Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Exotic Astrology. And today's question was very interesting. How many beads are there in a mala? How many? Was it 106, 107, 108, or 109? And not to my surprise, most of you have clicked option C, 108, and that is the wrong answer. The correct answer is option D, 109. So there are 108 beats, and then there is one special beat, this one at the top. Okay, do you see this? This one. Do you see this? Okay. So this is known as the Guru bead. This is the significator of the Guru actually. Okay. So the question is, why do we have this Guru bead actually? Because as I had said in my Guru Purnima video, when we are beginning spiritual life, or even when we are advanced or we are mediocre or we are perfected, irrespective of our spiritual state or our stage, whatever you want to call it, we do not directly do the mantras for God, which means we chant the mantras for God, but we do it as an offering to the Guru. So we do it for the Guru actually, and the Guru offers those mantras to God on our behalf actually. Okay, so only then he accepts it. So therefore, many of you have asked, why do we need the Guru bead? Well, if you do not have the Guru bead, then there is no connection with God. Okay, so he is the connector between you and God. He is the one who passes your mantras to God, because God doesn't care how many mantras you chant. What he is interested in is, are you following the words of the Guru? Because Krishna says in Gita, Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekchanti te jnanam jnani nastattva darshinaha. Says, inquire, render service and inquire humbly from the great souls, because tattva darshi, because they have seen the truth. Okay, so therefore it is very crucial that we so this is the Guru beat, and we start chanting from next beat, this beat onwards. Okay, we do not chant on this. And this, you see, there is this this thing, it's like there's something at the top, you see, this rope is there. Okay, so this is known as the shikha. Okay, shikha means, have you seen some when you go to temples or monasteries or some spiritual communities, they will have something on in the back. Okay, they will have this hair. Now Indians are aware of this, but for the Westerners, so this also represents center. Center means, this represents that the Guru is the center, which means he can, if required, he can pull your shikha like this. Pulling the shikha means, if you have deviated from spiritual life, if you have gone astray and you have fallen back to materialistic activities, primary, the sinful activities which are prohibited, or you have fallen from your commitments of your spiritual life, which means you promised to chant certain number of mantras and you are not doing anymore. So then it is said this shikha has the shikha gives the power to the Guru to pull you back. Okay, it's like a father pulls the child back when the child is, going somewhere to some place where the child should not go. So similarly, the Guru has the authority. The Guru is empowered by Krishna himself to correct the disciple whenever it is required. Okay, so that he or she does not get into wrong spiritual paths, because in this Kali Yuga there are a million fake spiritual paths. All right, so therefore the Guru is specially empowered so that he can correct the disciple and not let the disciple be roaming in oblivion. All right, it's very dangerous, and that is why the Guru's position is very special. And many times people ask, why 108 times only? Why not 106? Why not 107? Why not 109? Why not 110? Well, there are many reasons. One of the reasons is, there are 108 Upanishads. So Upanishads are superior to the Vedas. Okay, so we have the Vedas and then we have the Upanishads. So once you cross the level of the Vedas, you go to the Upanishads. So I'll make a video someday difference between Vedas and Upanishads, because people do not know what exactly they are and what is the purpose of the Vedas and the Upanishads. But when you chant a mantra, so suppose you have chanted, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya once. So it is like saying you have got the benefit of reading one Upanishad. Okay. So like that, when you chant 108 times, it is like saying you have got the benefit of reading all the 108 Upanishads. So that is why 108 is prescribed and recommended. And one should do the prescribed number of rounds. So if the guru has suggested you to do 4 rounds of any mantra, those 4 rounds has to be done in the mala. Okay, that is mandatory, because if you do not do in a mala, then the benefits will go to the ghosts actually. Okay. And apart from that, you can always keep chanting. So if you're driving, you can keep chanting, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You are having the steering, and you don't need a mala for that. Okay. Or you can do listen kirtans. You can chant even when you are taking bath. You can chant. There's no problem. Vishnu mantras can be chanted. They are universal always. Okay. Even if you're diseased, you can chant any time of the day. You can chant. There is no problem. In the morning, the afternoon, night, evening, twilight, whatever it is. No restriction, no rules, no prescriptions, no prohibitions. The only requirement is you should not do aparad, which means offend those who are also going ahead in spiritual journey. So offending spiritual personalities, that is the biggest roadblock in spiritual life. It is known as Vaishnava Aparad. So one who commits Vaishnava Aparad has no future in spiritual life. All right. So apart from that, I mean, there are some other list of offenses, but this is primary. Or the worst thing is you offend your guru only. So you speak badly about your guru. So then, to nobody can save you, of course. So therefore, now we can eat 3 times a day, we can eat 10 times a day, we can eat 20 times also, or we can eat once a day. But we follow a certain structure because that makes our life easier, right? We eat 2 times, some eat 3 times primarily. There are people who eat once a day also, or sometimes people eat 5 times also. So short meals. So similarly, we can chant 100, we can chant 200. So acharyas have prescribed, okay, chant 108 times. So follow the instructions of the acharyas. Okay, Krishna says in Gita, Nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. That shloka is there. Na yas shastra vidhi musridya vartate kamakalataha. Nasa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. One who derides the instructions of the scriptures does not obtain happiness or perfection in this or in the next life. All right. So many times, some headless people in Kali Yuga, they unnecessarily keep arguing. I will chant 106, I will chant 105, I will chant 110. Well, how does it matter? You are chanting 105 or 110, so why don't you chant 108? It's just your whimsical mind which is just suggesting you useless ideas, alright? So, if anybody is interested to make progress in spiritual life, they must follow the instructions that the acharyas have laid down. Otherwise, that person has no future in spiritual life, okay? They may be giving a big lecture. Oh, God is great. I don't need any rules, restrictions. That may be true, but not at our stage. All right. So our stage is we are contaminated. So we must follow the prescriptions which are entitled in the scriptures. All right, and not whimsically do what our foolish, rascal, idiotic, stupid mind keeps telling. All right. Thank you very much for your participation, and see you tomorrow.